Good morning. Welcome to St. Mary's Episcopal Church in Green Cove Springs. My name is Bob Buehn. I'm a communicant of the church. I've been here for 20 years. I'm a retired military Navy captain, live in the area here, and I just want to show you some of the features of our beautiful river church here. The river churches in Florida are featured in a wonderful book called Spires in the Sun, which we are prominently displayed in. This church is an example of the Carpenter Gothic style of architecture, which was common among all those river churches. You see that it's a board and batten, the exterior. So the board part is the flat part, and the triangular shapes that jut out are the battens that cover the seams. We have these, the church sits on brick piles because we are right next to the water here, and at times the water will come up pretty close to the church. So these, and architecturally, these were noted as being a little bit different than some of the other churches in that the piles, the foundations were more pyramid shaped than just straight. So what we're looking at here is the side of the church that faces the river, the St. Johns River. And this church was built in 1879. The first service was March 10th of 1879. And the spire that you see here, the beautiful spire, was added a year later. Some of the features on the outside, we have the stained glass windows, and underneath are the small doors that we can open to get the river breeze if it's that kind of day. They're all operational. The stained glass windows to also pivot and will open to let in air. So we do that on certain days. Right here in front of us is the memorial garden, which is the remains, the ashes for people through history are here. We do not have our own cemetery. We have the memorial garden, which is right here as we walk into the church. Come up the steps here and we'll enter the church. We have a beautiful view of the river, as you can see off to the side here, and this is our memorial deck. So, very nice. As you see here, the church is on the National Register of Historic Places. It has been, and as is our parish hall, too. So this is very historic property with our classic doors. We have in the beautiful steeple, we have a bell, and we use every Sunday to ring the bell to call to worship. And we also have a smaller attachment for the bell that is we call the funeral bell, which is it's the same bell, but it rings in a more soft fashion. So enter the church with me, if you would, and you'll see that we have beautiful stained glass, and not a very big church, but we can seat about 80 people at our maximum, and but a wonderful place of peace and spirituality that means a lot to anybody really who comes in here. What you see here is all pretty much original. The pine plank floors, all the brass and the items up on the altar. The dominant feature is our beautiful Colgate Studios stained glass window with featuring faith, hope, and charity. The Mother Mary, it's because we're St. Mary's Episcopal Church, is on all three panels. On the left with the cross, in the center with the children, and on the right with the anchor. We have above the figures the birds that we have on the left, the phoenix rising from the fire, the ashes. On the right is the dove, and in the center is the pelican plucking its own breast feathers to feed its young, which is a historical symbol. And above, in the rose-shaped glass, is an angel, and we have the whole thing together. It's just a beautiful representation of Colgate Studios. We have the original chalice set that was used when the church opened in 1879, which is used for special occasions by us. We have other parts, but that would be here with the original chalice in silver. Smaller than what we use today, but But the beauty of the fact that the church has been in operation continuously since 1879 is that we still have these kind of things here. You can see the view looking back on the stained glass there is on the left is Jesus Christ, and on the right is John the Baptist. John Dorr was the donor who donated the windows in 1875. The side windows are all feature the fleur-de-lis, and the one that we're looking at now is the one that has the one flaw that's intentional, with one fleur-de-lis upside down, because only God can make something perfect. So when we restored the stained glass, we made sure that they reinstalled one of the fleur-de-lis upside down, and you might be able to find it in this picture. We have each of the side panel stained glass was sponsored by a family or an individual, and we have plaques below each one that paid for the restoration. We have the panel, the doors I mentioned, I showed you from the outside. Here, this is one from the inside, and I just want to show you. We're not going to open it because they're a little bit fragile, but they do open. They do work. If you look up at the church and you see the way the timbers are shaped, and it really is reminiscent, and it's by design of the hull of a ship. So if you imagine this turned upside down, it would look just like the inside of the hull with the ribs of the ship, reminiscent of the Ark and other symbolic ships. All this woodwork is original to the church from 1879.
Well, Bob, thank you for your tour of the church, and we hope this will inspire others. Thanks.
Thank you.